Well, hello, it's Jay William here. I'm the CEO of Villa Marketers, and I'm so glad that you have joined me today. I'm excited because I have some really nice visuals to share with you, and I have a little bit of a story that I wanted to bring to your attention. It's a success story of someone who has made it out of the gate and completely revamped their vacation rental website and branding, and I'm going to reveal that to you by showing you a before and an after of this website so that you can see and hopefully get some inspiration for your own business. Today's topic, let's get right into it. It's going to be about change. And today we're calling the topic Become a Chameleon. Why is today's topic about change and becoming a chameleon? Well, it's no secret that our industry is changing so fast, more so than ever before. Things are just shifting. Nothing is where it was, and it's happening at a greater speed than we can really keep track of. And if all these things are changing and adjusting around us, and we're still sitting in the same place that we were when these changes began, then we are in serious trouble right now. Our businesses are really in jeopardy, because if our businesses are not evolving, then our businesses are what? Becoming extinct. And you have to harness those changes and really adapt to those situations and do the best that you can possibly do for your own business. But sitting there still like a deer in the headlights really is going to cost you your business and who knows what else. Today, I want to bring the idea of change. And it is scary to change your business. It is scary to change the structure of what you do. It is scary to take risks. But I encourage you, you really need to do that. All of us have to make those changes right now, because in a few years, I want you to think this through for a second. If you continue on the track that you're going right now and you don't change anything in your business, where will your business be in 3 years? The landscape is going to be dramatically changed by that time, and what we're experiencing will have gone and be with us and would have just really consumed our industry. And we're still dealing with these changes, and we don't know what's coming. You really have to pivot, change, and become that chameleon in your business. I hope this is something that will motivate each of you. And today I'm going to share with you 2 brave souls who have taken that leap and changed their business, even though it was scary. So let me go ahead and introduce you to them. Go ahead and meet Kevin and Michael. These are some great guys who I've had the opportunity to work with throughout this rebranding process, and these guys really know their stuff. And they have been doing this for quite some time, but they realized a shift was happening and they needed to change the way they were doing their business. And they just really wanted to take it to the next level and go out there, offer better service to their customers, a better experience, and make more bookings in the process. They changed their paradigm from listing sites to becoming more website centric, where their marketing is centered around their website and driving traffic to their website. Before I show you the actual website and what it was, I will share with you that immediately upon the launch of the site, it took a couple of weeks, they began to experience inquiries coming through their websites, several inquiries per day. And we hadn't even begun all of the marketing and blogging that it really takes to nurture those leads. But it was a great sign right off the bat, several inquiries per day. It was an amazing feeling for them and for us for being a part of that. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Michael and Kevin's previous website, and I'm going to show you a cool tool. While I'm doing that, I'm going to bring you to the Wayback Machine. Now, this is a great little tool because it can really take you back in time. If there's ever been a website that you wanted to see, or you lost a page, or you can't find that page is no longer there, you can actually go to the Internet Archive and type in that website, and it will show you different timestamps, snapshots of those websites. So for example, you can click on March 31st, 2015, and all these different snapshots, and it'll show you what the website actually looked like in that time. So it's a great little tool if you're ever looking for something and it's no longer there. You want to see how a website has progressed over the years. You can do that with the Wayback Machine. So it's a cool tool, and this is where I'm going to show you what the website looked like. So here's what the timeshare broker's website looked like before the transformation of their company. And we did so much with this project. I mean, it was really intense. They initially had 2 websites that they were working with. I'm only going to show you one here today. One of them was a vacation site, and the other was where they showed timeshare and bought timeshares. And they were kind of separate. And it really didn't allow them to get behind one brand and push it with full attention. Because our brains can only focus on so many things at once. And by bringing these 2 companies together into one and consolidating them, it was going to allow them to focus on building the brand and building the business instead of different departments. So that was a huge task. We brought 2 websites underneath 13 different pages under one site. And it took a lot of thought about how to navigate and what we were going to do with that. So here's what it looked like. You know, it was just very challenging, you know, because we were going to deal with so many aspects of it. Now let's go ahead and start by looking at their logo. And I've got a lot of notes here, which I'll be sharing with you on our blog. So just keep up with that. It'll have a lot more detail into what actually happened. This is kind of something we're just glazing over to give you just the meat and potatoes of what's up. So this was their logo, and this is how it looked. And a lot of companies have the question when they're going through a rebranding process, you know, should I change my brand? Should I change my name? Should I change the vacation rental logo that I have? And in this case, since the brand had some equity and it's been around for some time, we advised them that this would be the best route to stick with the Timeshare Brokers domain name because it was the longest standing domain name that they had. And Google takes into account your domain name age into its ranking factor. So that's why we stuck with the Timeshare Brokers brand, but we were going to need to do something to enhance that brand. These are some questions that we asked. Should we change the brand, the direction? What should we do? And because it had so much equity into this brand, we said, no, what we'll do instead is do a logo and a brand refresh. So we'll take what we have here and improve on it. A lot of companies have done that. You know, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, they adjust their logos and just make them more modern and more current. And I'm going to go ahead and dissect this logo with you real quick to show you some of the areas where we had issues visually with it, okay, and the areas we needed to fix. So really, the logo had 4 focal points. So you had the, which was here, timeshare, brokers, and then .com. So you had to read here, read there, go here, then here, and it's just kind of making you think too much. You really can't scan the design. So we had to adjust that. And so here are just a couple of tips. You want to align that design when you're working on a logo. You want to have a center and kind of everything kind of work around that center. You want a logo that's easy to absorb, not like this. You want to be able to kind of take it in at a glance. And you want to design a logo with some meaning. And in the logo that we created for them, the new one or the refreshed one, we put in an element to bring in the 2 brands. And we included a tropical feel and some coloring to help bring in the other brand. I'll explain that here in just a minute. Let's just go to the logo. So this is what it looked like before, and then this is what their logo looked like after a refresh. So you can see those elements of design that we added into the site. Because we went with Timeshare Brokers, we wanted people also to know that we offer vacation rental accommodations. And so tying in the Timeshare Brokers with the palm trees and the birds kind of sets the scene. And using images can really help do that. Just be cautious of the type of images you use. Nothing too cartoony. It can really cheapen your brand. You don't want to do that. We looked at the color here. Let's look at the color. This is like a yellowish color, kind of a yellowish tan color. And then this here is an orange color. So why did we pick orange? You know, I'm really into psychology, and psychology has to do a lot with marketing. And we had a little bit of a free hand, so we went ahead and changed that yellowish color to more of an orange. And why orange? Well, orange will actually give you a feeling of heat. Our brains perceive it as a hot color. And this is very appropriate since the majority of the vacation rental properties are located in sunny vacation spots, right? And in those studies, orange also is associated with joy, the tropics, enthusiasm, stimulation, happiness, creativity, attraction, success. And so it really makes an appropriate color. And we wanted to leverage that. We also changed the shade of blue. If you notice here, this is a lighter blue. This is more of a royal color, and that color is really going to convey reliability. And so it brings in a commercial aspect and reliability with the travel. And this is the beginning of a rebranding or your makeover, because you have to work on the brand and go there first. And then once that's done, then you start building your website and everything else around it. So the next step beyond that is the content, and you really have to have your content that speaks about the brand and is true to the brand. And again, these I will leave more notes about the project. I break it down into very detailed explanations. So if you really want to dig in and kind of look over our shoulder and what I did on this project, I'll share those documents, that document on the blog. So we established that the logo needed to be rebranded, and I think the team did a great job of bringing Kevin and Michael's ideas to life for them while recreating that brand and making it mean something really much more than it did. Let's go ahead and now look at the transformation. And I got some great material here, guys. You really need to go to the blog and read it, but I want to go ahead and just keep this really meaty for you, and I'm going to keep it exciting. We're going to go ahead and get into the makeover reveal. All right, so here we go. You guys ready? So again, this is what it looked like before. This is what remember that brand and that logo, right? So we really wanted to change it and give it a clean, fresh, crisp look. So here we go. This is what the website looks like now. Wow. I mean, I really love this website. It really is clean. It's fresh. It tells me about vacation. It looks professional. And it is completely different, night and day, from their previous presentation. And we've done a lot of great things that are baked into this website, and I'll kind of go through them real quick with you. The big images, I'm just big on that. They really put you in a scene. So we make first impressions on products and people within 7 seconds, the studies have shown us. So when they come to this website, I want them to be wowed. I want them to stay longer, because it also takes 7 seconds for a visitor to leave your website if they're not interested. So this kind of does two things in one. So having those big images and having them very clear, because I see people using these images, but they just use crummy type of images that diminish your brand and make you look cheaper than you should. It bothers me every time I see one like that, because I know how great it could look if the images were on point. So we're going to show here just some main sizzle attractions, their main focal points, and that's what you want to put here. We also created a video. Now, video is no longer a thing that is up and coming. Like, if you're not doing video now, you're behind the 8 ball, guys. So get on your video and get yourself aligned and changed with what is happening, with the marketing. You gotta become that chameleon. So we created this video. And so this vacation rental company has approximately 75 different properties on their website. And so we needed to create a video. They didn't have one. And we know how important it is. So how do you create a video for this company? You can't really create 75 videos very quickly. So the fastest thing to do was to create one sizzle reel. So if you're a management company, you're a travel agency, you really should have a sizzle reel. And the sizzle reel should either show your top destinations or your top properties, or a mixture of both. It's the hottest things you've got to share with people, and that's why you really need to have a sizzle reel. And that's what we did here, is we grabbed several photos of the different resorts and the major draws to those resorts, and we put them together in a video, which is about 2 minutes. You don't want to go over that. 2 minutes is really the smart, stopping point, because after that, people begin to drop off. So we're going to go ahead and click play and just give you an idea of what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's music playing. I hear it here on my headset. But it's really, the branding is evident. It's front and center. You've got the phone number, the email address, the website, the logo spinning. You got high quality images being displayed, and it's really beginning to put people in the picture. Now, videos on a website, specifically on a homepage, will keep people on the website longer. And that's one reason we wanted to incorporate a video within the homepage of their website. You can see here, it's a great presentation, but it goes beyond just using it here on your website. This is a great tool that you can take and use it outward and start to begin to build backlinks and popularity through syndicating this video to other video websites. So not only is it only just a presentation, but it's also a marketing tool that we really need to begin to take seriously in 2016 and 17. This is what we have here, and we wanted to also bring the major properties, their big sellers, to the front for them. And that's something that we want you guys to take away from this as well, is to bring those front runners to the homepage of your website so that you can increase click-throughs and engagement and get people to interact with the properties that you want them to. Get them to peel back some of those layers, because these are your front runners, and they're exciting and they're going to get people interested, right? The best of what you have. So putting the best foot forward on your homepage is really, really, really important. So one of the things that we also implemented on their website was a vacation rental listing module. A lot of companies, travel agencies, management companies think they need to have a software, but it's not so. You can actually have your own software that you own, and it's installed within your own website, just like the timeshare brokers have here. They're not paying any subscriptions for this. They list all of these properties on their own website, and they can edit them and add new ones whenever they want. So having a listing module is really important, and there's not a necessary need for software. And for those smaller vacation rental companies who are starting out, trying things out, and not where they want to be, this is really important, because you can keep a lot of that money that you would be spending to other services and put that in your own pocket. Instead of spending it on software for listings, put it into your marketing. Now, one area that I do recommend that you have is online booking. If your business supports that, your website should have that, or at least a request to book on your website. So if you click on one of these listings, for example, you're going to be brought to their specific website page that talks about this property. And if you fill this in, he's going to get a message, Kevin or Michael or their staff, that says what property you were inquiring about, so they know what you were looking at when you inquired, which really helps them to answer your inquiry. We've also included a blog, which was not on the other site, and it's really critical to have that. And with this particular blog, what we did was added a little extra flavor to it. And we recommend that you're going to be out there building your brand, and you should have a different blog than everyone else, because if your blogs are, let's say, your voice, then your blog page should be your face. This is, your identity and your brand and your blog. They can really help to carve out that identity and that brand that you're trying to build. And you can really get creative with your blog and make it a fun place for people to come and visit and read and interact with you. It's an area where you can get a little bit more fun with your visitors, where the front end of your website can be a little bit more straight to business and factual information. So bring some personalities into your blog, and I think that would really help you to stand out and develop your brand's voice, especially for those owners who are incorporating a content marketing strategy. So think about that, okay? Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed, some of the information that I shared with you and got some use out of this. If you like more free vacation rental marketing tips and would like to get this full report of the project, go to freevacationrentalmarketing.com. That's a shortcut to our blog, and you'll find that information there. You can also join our free vacation rental community, where you can list your property for free. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to me and having fun with us. And my name is Jay William, and I have really enjoyed your company.